Hello, darlings, and welcome to Tags Live, the live edition. This is episode 668, and I'm your host for the evening, Cody Maurice Doggett, filling in for Stevie alongside our extra special guest host for the second week in a row. We're so lovely and blessed to have his presence here. It's the amazing Amir. Yes! Applause, 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 applause,
Yes, yes,
applause.
yes.
How's it
Whenever
going,
I'm
Amir?
invited somewhere, I usually come twice. So that's just makes sense that I came twice this
Oh, I
time.
usually make I usually make them come twice. So there we go.
Oh, even better. Even better. Hi, honey.
Yes. Hi, Boo. How's it going?
Good. I can't complain.
Nice, nice. Well, I feel like I live in a monastery. I cannot wait to decorate this place. I was telling you earlier, I was like, oh, I have to wait for it to get painted, but I'm gonna wait till I get back from Providence when I'm doing a photo shoot, a sexy photo shoot.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. All your photo shoots are like these pictures. I'm like, I should not see my sister in these compromising positions, honey.
Yes, you should. Everyone should.
I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed your blue sky. I highly recommend everyone go and look at your blue sky. It was good.
Oh, thank you,
Made me blush.
darling.
Made me blush. I'm just kidding. It takes a lot for me to blush, but it was good.
No, I'm black. So um first things first, I just want to jump in and send some prayers, some good vibes to the universe. Whatever you believe, y'all, just send them out there into the universe for Colton Ford, who just passed away, and his family and friends. So he died at 62. And I know he was a lot of people's like sexual awakening, but for me, because he started porn at 40. So it was for me, he exemplified how you can do and be at whoever you want and whatever you want at any age. So rest in peace, sir.
I
Did
love
you
that.
are you familiar with his work at all, Colton Ford?
I don't the name like sounds very familiar, but I my awakening was Aram Grigorios, like the he's like the Persian porn star. He's like my awakening. But there's I think, I've talked to my gay friends about this. A lot of our experience was not media, it was porn. Like those were our stars because
Yeah,
we were not represented in the media.
yeah.
So yeah,
So
makes sense.
and they are part of a community. I feel like a lot of people have known Colton Ford. I was reading so much, and he's a New York City staple. So I feel that not only was he a star, but also he was there with the people in our community. So
Wow.
rest in peace, sir.
Yeah, rest in peace. That's sad.
Yeah. Moving right along, though, we got a show to get to still.
There's so much
Um,
going on, honey. Yes.
there's so much to talk about. We're gonna have a very TV centric episode today, but so starting off with one of my favorite LGBTQ plus dating shows. It's The Ultimatum, Queer Love, and it's coming back for a second season of love, lust, and drama, and I can't wait. It's chaotic and highly entertaining, and it's set to feature 6 couples, which adds up to a total of 12 contestants. And if you're not really familiar with the premise, one of the people that are in each couple would like to marry the other person in the couple, but the partner is unsure of whether or not they would like to get married at all, leading to the ultimatum. Now, the really, really messy part is that the couple split up and then they go to another couple and they find somebody to pair up with for a week of like new romance. You know how when you're first in a new relationship, there's that new romance bliss. So they get to live in that new romance bliss while their partner is also doing it, but with someone else, and they're stewing in all of that. So it's messy, it's fun, and it's cringe and it's enrapturing. I can't wait to see it. I love this show. Batch 1 is scheduled to come out on June 25th. They released it in 2 parts, and Batch 2 is dropping on July 2nd. And of course, it
Ooh.
promises to have twists, turns, goops, and gags. So, Amir, will you be watching? And most importantly, if you were in a relationship, would you bring your partner to a show like this if one of you wanted to get married and one of you didn't?
I mean, I feel like going on the show, it kind of gives you your answer, right? Because it's like I feel like the someone's unsure, so I feel like that would be an answer. If I wanted to go on a show to explore that, like I feel like we're already in kind of uncharted territory. So I don't know if I would put myself out there on that. I mean, what's the paycheck? I feel
That's really what it amounts to, right? What's the paycheck?
what's the paycheck?
Yeah.
Ruin my relationship. I better get something out of it. But I mean, I think a lot of people go on these dating shows not because they really want to find love, but because it's a way to get more followers and brand deals. And so I feel like there's a lot of that. But what I do like about the show, and I did watch the first season, is that we have a lot of lesbian relationships and non-binary. It's not just gay men, because I feel like gay men have done a lot of reality shows.
See, any gay men. I want to know where the gay dudes are. I love lesbians. I want to say dyke drama, but I'm not. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I said it anyway, but I don't know if I'm allowed. I have to check it with my lesbian friends.
I think you're allowed. It takes a lot to offend them, so I feel like it's fine.
Okay. If any of our lesbian listeners, if you want to call in and check me, you let me know. Okay, I won't say it anymore.
Check us. Did you do it? You do the show?
Oh hell no. Okay.
You'd be good though. I feel like you'd be good TV because I feel like your confessionals would be shady boots.
Oh, for sure. I would be good TV. My relationship, I would not want to expose. I'm a person that doesn't believe that you can invite other people into your relationship and have it work out, whether it be bringing people in for sexual reasons. I think that I think for me it spells death for me because of who I am as a person. For other people, I don't know. Who knows? But I know that I am such a, I don't want to say jealous because I don't know if it's really jealousy anymore, because I've done some work and I have kind of grown in that arena to where the jealousy doesn't really kick in. But I don't know. I feel like it comes down to loyalty. There it is. Boom. That feels more true to me.
Okay.
It feels like disloyalty.
Okay.
And I think this is going to come up again because I'm glad we unpacked it in this one because we got some Reddit near the end.
We talked about this on our FaceTime, so we were like definitely not agreeing. But I think that like I hear what you're saying, and I think obviously if you're having an open relationship and you're doing stuff separately, that's a little harder to me. But if I'm in the room and you're with someone, I don't mind that because I'm like I'm there.
So, really?
I don't mind that.
Okay, I like that. I love that.
But I haven't done it. Like I've never had an open relationship, so I've only been in one like very committed relationship where it would have possibly become open, but I've never done that. So I've just been with couples, and I'm like, it seems like it works for them. I don't know. I'm not in the room after.
Let me tell you something. I have no issues going and having sex with some people's boyfriends. If everything is on Front Street and all parties are above board, I will fuck your boyfriend in front of you. Okay.
Okay, that sounds like your next song.
And it is hot. Oh my God, let me write that down right now, actually.
That's good. I like that.
I'm sorry. I really actually do have to write this down because that's what I do with songs. I will lose this motherfucker in a second. Fuck your boyfriend in front of you. Okay. All right.
That should be on a t-shirt or a pillow.
Apologies, listeners, but
no, it's fine.
The creative process in action, right?
It waits for nobody. It waits for nobody.
Oh man. All right, but yeah, I guess you know what? I think that actually having an open relationship, it's different from testing your relationship in this way, because on the Ultimatum, notes from Tags Live. Okay, there we go. Going on the Ultimatum, you're effectively breaking up with somebody so they can go date someone else. Would you be able to do that though?
I'm like, the thing is, okay, this is going to sound really tone deaf, but I'm like very self-aware and I've done the work. So I'm like fine saying this. If I didn't get as much attention as my partner, I would be very upset. Like, if I feel
love that. Okay.
And I'm truthful. I would rather go in alone, and that way I'm not doing the comparison. And then I know that they're going to show me the video of them making out and cut it off right before anything happens.
And they sleep together on that show.
They do you dirty. So I'm like, you know, like I gotta get like 10 grand an episode. Otherwise I'm not doing it. It's
Oh,
not worth
so for the money, you would ruin your relationship.
it.
Absolutely. Oh, girl, Amir. Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me amend something. It's like, how are we defining a relationship? It could be like a situationship, or are we like in love living together? That's very different.
The whole purpose of the ultimatum is that they want to get married.
Okay, so it is something serious. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're
You're right.
like,
Actually,
oh
yes.
well.
Oh, well. Whatever. I mean, sometimes,
Whatever.
but sometimes when people go on these shows, like they haven't, like if you had a meeting before and you're like, listen, these are the ground rules. Like maybe I could do it. If you're like, you can't do these 5 things or whatever, like then I could like, then I have some rules. But if you're just gonna send me in there like a feral cat, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Maybe that's why they haven't had gay men on this show, because we are all fair.
Yeah, we're all feral cats. I'm gonna start riding the couch. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Oh man,
You know,
I can't wait to
especially,
watch.
especially sticking us in a house, like that's
Yeah,
not a
it would
good.
devolve into some
Yep.
other things happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Well, moving right along. Have you seen Overcompensating?
Yes. So I knew that Benito Skinner was doing this for a while. Benny Drama, like he does all these like skits, like Kardashian skits, and he seems like a very nice gay guy. And I say that because I don't really like most of the gay guys I've met, especially in
Mhm.
entertainment. They tend to be very bitchy and controlling and kind of like, yeah, and like gatekeeping.
No, me?
I've heard that he doesn't do that. So I'm like, okay,
Oh
well,
wow.
that's good. I mean, and also he's not like another white gay guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he's like brown. So there's like some culture. So I'm a little bit more into that. So I'm like, and it's nice because his show tackles a lot of kind of like the obsession we have in the gay community about like coming out and like and why does people have to come out
Masculinity.
masculinity and like what defines being straight and what defines being gay and like so it's a good show. I mean some of it like I was telling you offline it's some of it's a little like I'm like, do we really need to be swallowing goldfish? But I'm like, okay, this is part of like frat
Oh, I
life.
haven't seen that part yet. I only watched episode
Don't want to
one.
ruin it.
But
Don't want to ruin it for you. But some of that was a little like too much for me. I was just like, I'm too old for this show. It's like for Gen Z. But I enjoyed it overall. It's good.
yeah, I enjoy it too. I think it's a very interesting take on the coming out process, especially in the midst of he is in such a toxic place as far as college is concerned. My college experience was not like that. It was very LG. I was in all of the gay clubs that you could be in, drama, the LGBTQ alliance on campus. I was the treasurer.
Yes.
So
Treasurer better cash that coin. Yes,
I
honey.
girl, hello, goodbye. I'm a good that's why I'm a good counter till this day.
You're
uh,
so funny. But my experience was more like his. I was in the closet. No, I mean, people knew, but like I was not out even to myself. So I was not engaging with any of the queer stuff on campus. I was, funny enough, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's brother went to my school and he was very open and gay and he was like talking to everybody. And I always remember being like, wow, he's so like comfortable in his own skin. Like I wonder if I'll ever be like that. I came out later, but like not when I was in college. So I didn't like cover it up like he does. I was just wasn't talking about it.
okay.
I saw some similarities in that. I was like, okay, and you'll see, like, I don't want to ruin the show, but like he does struggle with the coming out process. So it's like, because a lot of times in movies or shows, they come out and it's like, yay, and it's done. But that's not everyone's experience. Like I had to continuously come out multiple different times, go into the closet, back of the closet. Like I was like struggling. I had a lot of shame that I had to work through. So he really covered that really well. I enjoyed it.
Love that. I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very interesting take, and I laughed several times, and it's everybody's talking about it.
I laughed out loud.
So
The roommate, did you meet? I don't know if the first episode you meet. Her friend, his friend. I can't remember. Carmen, her
yes,
roommate. Her
yes,
roommate is comedy gold.
insane. She's
She
insane.
she's insane. I mean, you'll just see. Like I know, like I kind of know you, so I know what part you're gonna like. But there is something that happens with her later in the season, and you have to text me when you get to it because you'll know what it is. It's so funny. She's funny.
Wow, I can't wait. And Carmen is very funny too, and beautiful. Well, okay, all right. Well, I can't wait to watch the rest of it. But staying on Benito Skinner, he's a comedian, and when he was also asked the biggest regret from his own college experience. He said, "I wish I came out sooner, but I don't know. I had my reasons." He goes on to say, "I wish I was out. I was abroad in London. I wasn't a little slut. That would have been fun. I should have been, and I should have been, and I wasn't." He also offered some advice to those who might find themselves in the closet whilst in college. He went on to say, "I think really it's just about finding your people first. I found that through my relationship with women and people that I felt like I could be a little less of a caricature in front of and overcompensate less." What do you think about that? Were you a little slut in college? Oh, we just went over it. Do you wish that there was a time that you could have been a little slut, a slut a little bit
Yes.
more?
Yes, it would have been really nice. It would have been.
You didn't even pause. You were like, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I was thinking about that when I was watching because I mean I try not to live in regret, but I'm watching it. I was like, I wonder what my experience would have been like moving to LA at 18 and like maybe dating and like being able to be more open. And I lived on a Muslim floor, so I was very like kind of tucked away from the rest of campus. But it would have been nice. I mean, I don't know if I ever told you the story, but it is like fitting. So this guy like invited me to his apartment. This is like, I think my junior year. I was not out. And he invited me to watch Legally Blonde at midnight, which is like kind of the gayest invite ever.
Girl, that was the hookup.
It was. And he was like nibbling my ear and he was like, get into my bed. And I could feel him like
either
hard
that
on
or
my
Sister
back.
Act is
And I ran
gay
away.
code.
Sister Act is the code, honey. And I ran out of his room. I was like, because I felt him like hard on my back, and I was like, I can't do this. And that was probably the first cracks in my kind of being straight. Yeah, I wish we would have. And then 10 years later, he like messaged me on Grindr. I don't think he remembers who I was and like wanted to hook up. I mean, I didn't end up doing it, but that would have been very full circle. But anyways, that's my little story. I know that's that's very overcompensating. It gives overcompensating.
I love it. Yeah, I definitely wish I was a little bit sluttier when I first came to New York. I was, I wasn't just coming out, but I think I was on the prowl for a partner. Okay. So I wish I had been a slut. I wish, because a lot of my friends were sluts and they had a great time, and I still love them to this day, but I was not able to do it. I feel like I was so focused on finding, love, boohoo.
You're making up for lost time. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, you know what? And now I've discovered that you can still look for love while being balls deep in somebody else, okay? Or their boyfriend.
That part, I mean, listen, you can still have goals. It's fine. It's all good. It is all good.
Facts. Mm-hmm. All right, moving right along. I'm sure Donald Trump is somewhere just twirling a fake mustache and screaming "foiled again" in like a cartoon villain from one of those shows, because Netflix has just announced that it has acquired rights to the beloved children's show and that episodes will air on Netflix. The show is Sesame Street. I forgot to say that part.
I was like, what show, girl?
You're like, there's plenty of shows on Netflix. Which one you talking about? So Sesame Street is saved, and it will air on Netflix and PBS and PBS Kids simultaneously, because they had a deal with HBO that had the shows airing on HBO Max first, and then a month later they would appear on PBS, which is kind of shady, but okay, go off. So the 55-year-old television show is produced through nonprofit Sesame Workshop, which has received funding from the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. But in late February, the Trump administration dismantled USAID at the urging of the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE.
Yeah, that shit hit the fan, honey. Doge is nowhere to be found. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them, but I also feel like what's more interesting, and I'm happy the show's back, but what is more interesting to me is your transition from being balls deep in someone to Sesame Street was
hey.
I mean, chef's kiss.
Oh my gosh.
It was chef's kiss. That transition was...
But I forgot about Sesame. I forgot to say Sesame Street. So I mean, like, it's room for improvement. 9 out of 10.
The intention was there. Doug is saying I didn't get to come out in my own time. I was outed to my parents. Yeah, that is horrible when you get outed and you're not ready to control your own narrative. I'm happy that I was never really outed. I mean, I was pushed out of the closet a little bit. But that was my Instagram. I mean, I was posting pictures in like a freaking bodysuit and in a wig. So I was like asking to be outed. But to really be outed like that is tough. It's not easy.
And what do you think of Sesame Street? Are you happy? What's going on?
I don't care. I just because I'm happy for them but I also feel like it's so sad that in this kind of timeline that we are happy for getting crumbs, right? They're trying to take everything down, DEI this, DEI that, take down shows. They're so threatened. I'm like, dude, Sesame Street is puppets.
Yeah.
It's
They're afraid of puppets. But you know what? Let's break it down just a little bit. They're scared of the puppets because the puppets are teaching people how to be better people, and they're teaching them lessons and educating them. So they don't want people to be smart. So that is why they're trying to dismantle all of these government programs that are educating the people and getting the word out there. So I don't know. I feel like Netflix, I'm going to re-up my subscription. I might get the tier higher now just because y'all are doing what you need to do out there. So, but yeah.
She's rich.
I got $2 for Netflix. Oh my God. I was just talking to you about $2. Wow. Okay, here we go.
I clocked the inside joke. I'm with you.
It wasn't on purpose though. I think $2 is just my go-to amount for anything that I know is worthwhile. How about that? Okay. All right, moving right along. Jonathan Van Ness has been working on his first fiction book, Let Them Stare, which is a young adult novel. The Queer Eye Star originally got the idea for the young adult novel in the summer of 2022, and then spent years collaborating with author Julie Murphy and stretching a new artistic muscle before releasing the book this May. Let Them Stare is about Sully, a graduating high school senior who can't wait to leave their own town of Hearst, Pennsylvania, where they felt like they're the only queer person for miles. After they lose out on a job opportunity that would have taken them to New York and beyond, they find a rare vintage bag, of course, for Jonathan Van Ness at the local thrift store, which just so happens to be the home of a fabulous gender-bending ghost from the 1950s. Right?
Okay, gender bender.
Named Rufus. Sully and the spirit Rufus then team up to discover how Rufus died and their hometown's queer history. And they actually find out what Sully's next steps in life are.
Ooh, I like that.
I love it too. When does it come out? I know when it comes out, and I was supposed to write it down, but here we go.
You said May, so we're already in May.
Did I say that? Okay, cool. We'll go with May. And if it turns out to be something else, I'll figure it out. What do you think about this? I love young adult fiction.
I like young adult fiction. I used to read a lot of it. And, I love when celebrities use a ghostwriter because or they collaborate with someone. Cause I'm like, why would you put that pressure on yourself? Because people are going to buy the book because of your name. So why not get a ghostwriter? And I like, obviously JVN is also non-binary. So I think it kind of factors in to the gender bending ghost and the gender bending JVN. It could be fun. I mean, you never know. I mean, I always say when you're on a show like Queer Eye or whatever, use that platform, make products, sell stuff, get your own show. I mean, who knows? This could even turn into a TV show, this book. You never know what's going to happen.
That's what I hope. Yeah. I was like, ooh, this should be a cartoon for sure. And you're right. I did say May. So it should be out very soon or it's already out. But
it's already out. But it's like Casper for the gays. So I'm not mad at it.
Which I live for. I love Jonathan Van Ness. I think that he is so creative and he has such an interesting and unique view on the world. So I am glad he's sharing it with us. This is the year for the gays to be releasing books, apparently, because Bob the Drag Queen released one. Mateo Lane released one. I'm sure there's somebody that I'm leaving up. He's super cute. But I'm so happy that this is coming out. I honestly, the story seems so good. I might get it. Am I too old to be reading this book, Amir? Do you think so?
No, you're never too old. You're never too old. I think because YA, it kind of takes you back to your younger days. It's nice.
Yeah. So I might buy it and then donate it to, I don't know, a school or something like that. A
Like, I
young
don't
queer
want that
kid
on
in
my
need.
bookshelf. Got it.
I don't want it on my bookshelf. Oh my gosh. I live. All right. And moving on to a little bit sadder news, a student was dismissed from her Christian high school in Atlanta weeks before graduation for bringing a transgender friend to an off campus prom. According to the student's mother, there was nothing in the prom's rules or the school code of conduct to prohibit trans guests from attending. Fox 5 Atlanta reports that Emily Wright was all set to graduate from North Cobb Christian School until she invited a transgender boy to prom. Now, administrators will not allow her to finish the semester, what the school refers to as a forced withdrawal rather than an expulsion, leaving her to scramble to transfer to another high school with mere weeks left before graduation. According to reports, Emily attended the prom with her friend, and 10 days after prom, Emily was called into the principal's office and was interrogated and was suspended after admitting that her friend was in fact a transgender man. Amir, what are you thinking about this story? How are your thoughts evolving?
I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted by America. I'm exhausted by this witch hunt for trans people. Leave them alone. Let them live. And also, if the rules were you can't bring a guest from the outside, why don't you stop this person before they went in? Why would you allow the trans person and their friend to go to the prom? And even if it was their boyfriend or not their friend, I mean, it doesn't really matter. But you
Yeah,
could have
that's why
stopped
I
it
just
at
said friend.
you could have stopped at the door. You could have stopped them at the door. You didn't need to so I feel like, and also I went to a Christian school and they don't operate under the public school thing. So they can do whatever the hell they
Yeah, they
want.
can do whatever they want.
You can't do anything
And
about it.
and you know what though? If they're gonna have an effect on how the government and how other people are moving out there in the world, because they definitely try to put their values on other people, from what I have experienced. Then why are they immune from the laws and the distinctions of the actual state or the country that they live in? So I don't know what's going on here. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I think that for people to call themselves Christian to be able to do this to another person is just disgusting.
It's
It
disgusting.
is horrible that you're basically ruining this young girl's life, or the start of her journey into life, because of that she brought a friend to a prom. This is an actual human being. Are you insane? I don't get it. I think that these people need to reevaluate their values, and they
Mm.
really need to look at themselves, because this is just completely unacceptable. And I don't know, are we going to start a petition? Where is the petition? Because I cannot believe this.
We need to start it. And I always tell people at Christian school, I went my whole life, even though I was Muslim. I would always tell people, like, what would Jesus do? Like, would Jesus really
There's a reason for those bracelets. Like what?
the gladiator sandals, honey, and he's wearing a robe looking chic? I mean, he's wearing a kimono, basically. I mean, Jesus is pretty chic, and Jesus was hanging out with streetwalkers and people with leprosy. You think he didn't and know any gay people, no trans people? It's impossible. So,
Impossible.
and also this idea that, oh, trans is a new thing. It's not. It's not. It's been around for centuries. This is not a new thing. In India, hundreds of years ago, there were the Hijra, there were trans people, and they still are in India. So I think this idea that like this came out of nowhere and they're trying to attack, gender, and they're coming from, honey, you guys all have your stupid gender reveal parties every week anyway. No one stopped anything.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped anything. So
I'm
you
not
can do whatever you want.
stopping you from burning down a forest with your gender reveal party.
No, exactly 100%. I mean, people are still doing them. So I don't know, this whole like witch hunt, and like you said, I'm not saying it would be better if she was trans, but the fact that this person is not even part of the queer community and you're penalizing her for bringing a trans man, I'm like, make it make sense. Now you're going to punish people from proximity, not even the person that's gay or trans. I'm confused.
That is an interesting point, because something I also thought of was that now our allies, this is how they take us down, by taking down our allies as well, by and making it less desirable to actually stand with a marginalized group. So they're going to keep coming for us from every direction, and we just have to be prepared for it.
That's the part. And I think even when it even kind of extends to protesting, if people are going to get arrested and get, detained and deported if they protest, then the next time an ally who has nothing to do with with an issue, they're not going to want to protest. They're going to be like, well, I don't want to speak up. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to lose my job. So this is very insidious. And this is like the beginning of communism and the end of a democratic society. So clock that, girl.
Well, also, but on the flip side of this, I hear what you're saying, but also I feel like that is the way you use your power as an ally. You stand steadfast and you use what power you have as a cis straight white male or a cisgender woman or whomever, wherever you step up for someone that is quote unquote lower on the totem pole for you, basically. So yeah, definitely my heart goes out to her. I hope everything works out for her because this is just a Christian school. Come on, how Christian can you be?
Oh,
there it is. So moving right along, a lesbian teenager who was severely beaten at a McDonald's in Carpenterville, Illinois on May 13th is lobbying to upgrade the charges against her alleged attackers to a hate crime. 19-year-old Katie Grass, who currently lives in Wisconsin, told CBS News that she was in town attending her 13-year-old cousin's choir concert. And after the concert, Grass and her cousin went to McDonald's, where she went to the women's restroom. She said that strangers sitting at another table called her a faggot, according to LGBTQ plus Nation. And she said that to the strangers that she was a lesbian and flicked her wrist at them. Citing Carpenterville police, a local ABC affiliate, WLS, they reported that two perpetrators who had called Grass a slur then attacked her, punching and kicking her while she was unconscious on the ground. And Grass was taken to a nearby hospital where she was treated for serious injuries to her face, including a hemorrhage to her eye and a fractured nose. According to NBC Chicago, Carpentersville police took one of the perpetrators, 19-year-old John Camrod, and into custody on May 17th. He was charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, aggravated battery in a public place, mob action, and more. The other perpetrator, a 16-year-old, turned himself in on May 16th and awaits charges in juvenile court. Amir, what's your take on this?
I mean, if you're 16 years old and you're at fucking McDonald's, eat your McFlurry and shut the fuck up. I mean, that's my opinion. But I think if I was going to be like a lot more couth about it,
don't.
Yeah, maybe not. But I think that honestly, like, what bothers me is that even in 2025, we still have to lobby to make it a hate crime. I mean, that's clearly what it was. I mean, if you, I mean, I don't understand, like, why is it like certain words are like immediately it's a hate crime, but when it comes to us, it's like, oh no, you have to like lobby for it. Oh, maybe he didn't mean it. Maybe like, it's like, wait, why are you defending the abuser? I'm sure if I go to some comment list on Instagram, I'm sure people are going to be like, well, what did she shouldn't have talked to them like that. It's like, wait a second. I don't care how someone speaks to you when you elevate it to violence. And also, why did no one step in to stop it, to allow it to go to that level? There's a lot of questions here where I just think it's really sad how many people won't step in when something's happening like that, won't say anything, won't intervene, you know?
Yeah, and Katie actually said in the article that she felt like they didn't even care whether she lived or died. So, because she fell unconscious and they just kept kicking her. Like, you don't have any remorse as a human being. You don't have any. Oh, are you okay? Are you crying?
No. I have allergies, but I could cry.
I was like, Amir, are you all right?
I could cry. I mean, because the fact of the matter, if you're not going to be motherfucking safe in a McDonald's, where are you going to be safe? I mean, come on.
If you can't go to Bella Noche's, where can you go? Okay, sorry, that was.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think that this is absolutely ridiculous. I think that we should start another petition, I guess, because we need to stand up for this person. She's part of our community. I think that she is 100% in her right to go into a McDonald's and go have like you said, a McFlurry with her niece or cousin that is younger than her. She just wanted to have a good time with her family. We have families too. We're human beings too. We don't deserve to be treated like this. We don't deserve to be attacked in a McDonald's. So throw the book at these two people. I feel like they should try the 16-year-old as an adult too, because clearly they had the wherewithal to make up their mind that this was the proper course of action. So I feel like this is a violent crime. It's
It
not
is.
like jaywalking or petty theft or anything like that, pickpocketing, or I don't know what the kids are doing these days. So
What are the kids doing? What is
I
the new
don't know.
trend? But I mean, I have friends even in West Hollywood in the gay neighborhood. People pulled over and they beat them up. I've been called a
Oh
faggot
my
many times.
God.
Cars driving by. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I've
you
had that
feel
happen to me before too.
unsafe. Even at my age, you feel unsafe. So I can only imagine being, 18 and being like,
19. Yeah.
well, it's pretty
Yeah,
sad.
I hear you.
Mhm.
Prayer, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
Moving right along, David Geffen has reportedly filed for divorce from his partner of 2 years, David Armstrong. David. Oh, AKA Donovan Michaels. Why does he have two names? I'm not
He
sure.
has a lot of names.
But
He's a go-go dancer, honey. I looked him up.
send me the videos, girl.
The videos are good, and there's no prenup.
Uh, okay, let's wake it up. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on a second. We're gonna talk about this a little bit more. Let me unfold the story a little bit more. You just couldn't. You were sitting on it. You were like, I need this.
I need the team. Yeah, just go ahead.
As reported by TMZ, it seems that the couple never signed a prenup. There you are, darling. Before getting married, as noted in the divorce filing that People magazine had access to. The couple's divorce filing allegedly shows that Geffen, 82, and Armstrong, 32, cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split. Geffen and Armstrong didn't sign a prenup before they got married, as previously stated by the People report. And a report from TMZ suggested that there might not be a lot of money available for Armstrong during this divorce process. Geffen has been retired for 15 years, according to those reports, and most of his income comes from stocks and other equities, according to TMZ. So basically, he's hiding his money so nobody can take it.
He's hiding $1 billion,
Yeah,
$1.6 billion. How does he have no money? What?
income. I don't know, girl. So the news outlet also
Call me
highlighted that
Donovan. You need a forensic accounting girl. Call me Donovan.
you're a forensic accountant.
But I
No?
can help you
Oh.
find. I can help you find one.
You just you want some of that Geffen cash, don't you?
Mhm.
Pimp me out to him. No.
Yes, I will. I will.
All right. So, but this is an important point too. California state law labels stocks and equities as separate property. In other words, Geffen might be required to pay spousal support for half the length of their marriage, which wasn't very long. It was just 2 years. But that's it. He's not entitled to a large portion of the money. So sorry about that, David Armstrong, aka Donovan Michaels, because of some reason. What do you think about all this?
I mean, whatever he's gonna get for a year is going to be way more than he was going to make as a go-go dancer anyway. So people are like, oh, he's not going to get much. Yeah, he's still probably going to get like $1 million, if not more. So I think that's not bad.
You think so? I think David Geffen is too smart for that. I think that, when he went into this, for me, if I was David Geffen, I would have went in with my eyes wide open that this man, 50 years younger than me. Okay, let's get into that. Like, I'm okay with the age gap. You do you. David Geffen looks good for 82. I would have guessed he was in his 50s or something like that, or maybe 60s.
Oh, okay, girl. Really, you're trying to get that cash?
I'm serious. Hey, David Geffen. No,
50s. Oh, okay.
I'm being serious. Maybe not 50s. Maybe 60s. Maybe.
No, he looks good.
Late 60s. He looks great. He looks really, really good. But so I think he's entirely too smart. He went into this knowing what the deal was going to be and that this could be a possibility. I'm sure he's been married before many, many times. So he's not going in this with blinders on, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think Mr. Armstrong is going to get very much, unfortunately. I'll take him too, because you're right. He'll probably get some things.
Both.
Like I said, I'll fuck somebody's man in 2 seconds. If everything is above board, if everybody is on the same page. But there we go. And happier news though. Fiance, the Upshaws star Jermelle Simon and media personality Obio Jones are headed to the altar. The pair announced their engagement and shared stunning photos of their engagement shoot with Eric Hart Jr. and an exclusive the pair push about their engagement, saying, "We didn't see our love stories like ours growing up, so now we're living one out loud, not just for ourselves, but for the young Black queer kids who deserve to know this kind of joy is possible." Jones officially popped the question to Simon in an intimate family gathering held at their home on April 25th. And I'm so excited for them. This is such a wonderful affair. And, I want to be invited to the wedding. I love love. So
Me
I
too.
think they're so beautiful. What do you think about this pairing and these gents here?
I mean, it would have been nice if it was me because I definitely slid into those DMs because Simon is a cutie, and I was like, "You're single, you're cute," and he was laughing and he said, "Oh, you're so nice," and I knew that was definitely a no go. But I'm happy for him. I wish it was me, but I'm happy for him.
I wish it was me too, or either one of them. They're both so.
I'll take
What do you say when you slide into somebody's DMs?
Usually, I'll like a couple
I need help.
photos. I'll go a couple photos.
Oh, is that what we do?
So then they see my name on the notification list, and then I'll like one photo that's a little bit farther back, like maybe a couple weeks. So they're like, "Oh, they looked not too far back," and then I'll DM them like, "Hey, what do I say sometimes? I mean, it kind of varies. Sometimes I'll just be like, "Hey," with two Y's, very simple. I don't get too complicated, or I'll be like, "Oh, like we have a friend in common. Like, how do you know so and so?" And then it's like an icebreaker. I'll look for a friend in common. That's a good icebreaker usually.
Oh, so you don't immediately go. Maybe this is my problem. I go to,
What do you do?
"Damn, you're hot."
How rude! I never got that DM from you. How rude!
No, I've
How
never
rude.
said it. I'm just joking. But if I was sliding into DMs, I feel like that is the way I would
You
go.
never do. You never slide into the
I
DMs.
never do, but I do
You
like.
probably get a
I do
lot of
that thing.
DMs. You probably get a lot of
Me?
DMs. I mean, your
Not
Instagram
really.
is like
Not
asking for it.
really.
No?
Yeah, do I? I don't know if
People
I
feel
do or not.
intimidated? Do you think people are intimidated by you? You're so nice.
Thank you.
Surprises me that people are not flooding your DMs. I'm like, because the photos are good. Like
Thank you.
you have the visible PL like in the photos. You got it all
In the
going.
photos, it's all Photoshop. No.
No, you know what? And then you have your music. Like I would definitely, yeah, I would. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised by that. Are you sure they're not going to the hidden messages?
I don't
Are you
know. I
missing
should go
them?
check. I think some people are. I don't know.
Surprised
I
by
don't know. I think I might be kind of if people are doing it like you do it, I would be like, "Oh, he's nice."
Oh, you don't think of it as, oh, I see. Mhm.
"Oh, he's such a sweetheart. You're the best. Thank you." What a nice compliment. What a nice young man.
Oh, that's
Maybe
cute. Okay, so you don't take, but also it can escalate very
I'm
quickly.
Rose from Golden Girls, basically.
You are, but it can escalate. So sometimes with the DM, and then all of a sudden it's like you got a dick pic. So I don't know if you like that, where it's like immediately. It can get kind
I
of.
love
Oh,
dick
you love
pics.
that. He's asking for it. So I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised.
I
Like
mean,
Helen.
I feel like it's happened before. Not like any. Not the floodgates are opening up. I don't
It's
know.
not
Well,
funny. Well, I
yeah.
was living vicariously through you because it's very dry on this side of the street. So I'm like, I was
Oh,
hoping
okay.
here.
Well, we could wake it up if you want to. I can come to California. We could take some pictures, honey. I'll get all the boys coming to get that milkshake. All
Okay.
right.
Okay, honey. Thank you. Thanks for that. I'll take it. I'll take any help I can get.
I got you. I got you. We could take some pictures for sure. All right, let's do some Reddits, boo. You ready?
Love me some Reddit. Let's do it.
So this one is about top sex, top on top, which sounds hotter than in your mind than it is in actual practice. So this guy writes, "So hey, me fellow gay brothers, I've been dating this man for some months, and we are both tops. We have an amazing time together, but obviously we lack at the sex part. We mostly just suck each other off, and then we jack off together. Is there anything different we can do?" Amir, what are your thoughts as a top, honey? You're a
Um,
top, right? You
I'm a
did
top.
say that.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
I mean, most people think I'm a bottom, so they want to kind of push me into that. So I dated this guy for like a while, like it was like maybe 5 or 6 dates, and then he just always wanted to like top me, and I was just like, dude, like, why can't we just be two tops to enjoy each other's company, and we can make out, we can jerk off, we can fraught, we can. Oh, there's so many things you could do. Like, you can play with each other's holes. Like, you don't have to like. It doesn't have to be so like clinical, only anal. Like, I just feel like And I get like people are like, oh, it's not like we didn't really have sex. I'm like, if you're naked with
But we
someone, you've
did.
had sex. That's my
Yeah,
opinion. I feel like
me
this
too.
idea, it's very heteronormative to be like a whole has, you know what I mean? Like that's very like, why can't we just operate outside of that? I don't. So for me, I'm like, I'm all for it. So there's so many things you can do, but it seems like this person who's asking this question is not satisfied. So if you're not satisfied, then you need to find either a bottom or you need to bring a bottom into your relationship or it's not working for you. But the idea that like I've messaged people and they're like, oh, you're so cute, but dot, 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 you're a bottom. I'm like, oh, you're a top. I'm like, but you just ruined like what could have been like by something
Yeah,
so clinical. I'm like, I don't know. I just like, I've flirted with tops and it's fun. And like, I like, even though I'm a top, like, I don't always want an ass picture. I like a dick pic. Like, send me, I want to see. Like, I'm
I love to
curious.
see some dick. I'm a
I like
top
to see
two.
it. I love to see
I
it.
think I'm like a slightly versatile top. I'm not really.
Mhm.
I think in my brain,
In my
if the
brain.
right person came along, then I would
Yes.
definitely bottom for them. But uh, I am in practice and in my brain a top who tops tops.
You want
Happened
a
last week.
challenge? Challenge accepted.
It's fun. It's amazing. It
Mhm.
does a lot for my ego. I love it. I love top of tops. It happened the other night. It was fantastic. He came twice.
Ooh, ooh. I know you like to make him come, so I'm not mad at that.
I do. It was a great time. Also, another guy that I hooked up, he was just a top, and we did all the things that you described. You know, body contact comes in very plays in very
Oh,
heavily.
nice.
If you're two tops, then you gotta love sucking dick. Okay,
Yes, yes, you do.
so
And some I know
if
some
the
tops don't like that, and that's fine. You don't have to, you can play with nipples. You can. I like to be watched when I jerk off. Like there's so many things you could do.
oh my
That's kind of
god, that sounds so hot.
it's hot. It's getting all hot. It's like
Yes, I know, right? Whoo, where's
it's been
the
a
air
while for me,
conditioner?
girl. So I love to live through these vicarious stories. It's fun.
I mean, they're gonna keep coming for a little while, at least through the summertime. So I'll keep you informed. I'll keep you posted.
Yes, I need you need to be texting me updates. I love that.
I will. Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm playing around with another top, especially I've gotten a lot of guys that hit me up and say, we can share a bottom. You are fucking sexy. And that does a lot for me.
Like
That really makes
how
me
much for
uh,
you?
so I feel like there's so much that you can do with a top, with another top, as long as you open your mind. And you don't have, as long as you open your mind, you don't have to open your hole.
I was gonna say that. That's another song lyrics.
Oh, am I going back to my notes?
Go back to
I
your notes, honey.
am.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
All
give me
right.
credit here. Mhm.
Oh, girl. Okay, we'll talk about your percentage, all right? As long as you open your mind. I am really writing this down,
Write it
everybody.
down. It's good. I mean, I'm telling you, it could be a pride song for next year. You never know.
You. All right. So that's awesome. Moving right along to the next Reddit. I have to go back to my text live notes because all this is on my computer. Um, this one's about thirsty Instagram comments. So this
Mm.
gentleman here, 33 years old, recently is dating another man for about 8 months. They're 32, the boyfriend. Being off Grinder, have a steady relationship is such a breath of fresh air. We have some similarities, but we have different backgrounds. He is much more in the scene, well known at every club and bar we go to. Been there. And I come from a relatively more conservative, disconnected background. Oh no, that's not me though. Despite this, together it feels like home when I'm with him, and my approach to relationship has changed quite a bit compared to my 20s. Spark fire versus steadily growing something. We've gotten along as much, so we begin to have conversations about moving in together. However, he leaves blatant thirst comments on folks' Instagram videos. I want to know what these comments are. We were discussing it, and that is the most important part. This comes across as disrespectful towards me and our relationship, and we've teased each other about our explore feeds. But I don't really care about passing viewing. He's allowed to find other men attractive, but leaving comments, it does feel like a step too far and a slap whenever I see X commented on Instagram stories. I can safely assume he is commenting on a hot guy's profile, which he includes that he thinks that they are hotter than him, which is wild to me. I would never admit that out loud. There have also been incidents in gay bars where he does drunkenly get a little flirtatious or does not shut down advances, which I have an issue with.
That one I'm
And
more annoyed with.
then he
That
had to step in.
I'm more annoyed.
Go, girl, go off. Let's hear it.
The second part I'm more annoyed about. And we kind of got into it because I was like, because my question when we were talking was like, what were these comments, right? Like if the comments are like, you look cute, you're hot, whatever, that's fine. But like, also, we didn't talk about this, but it just came to me. It's about attainability. If he's commenting on like, I don't know, Colton Haynes, like he's not going to get Colton Haynes. But if he's commenting
How do
on
you know
like,
that?
I don't know. I just feel like the chances of a celeb, like you're not going to be getting with Lance Bass. But then I'm like, if you're commenting on a random person, I'm like, that's more okay for me. So sorry, the celebrity's more okay than the random person. Because the random person who has like 1,000 followers, you could definitely DM them and hit them up. Do they live in New York? Do they live in LA? Like if you have access to these people, I'm a little bit more worried. And then what I would do in my very jealous era, I would go and click the profile of the person and see who they have in common. And if they have a lot of friends in common, I'm like, well, they're going to see this person somewhere. So then I would be annoyed about that. So I think for me, yeah, I know when we talked, I said it wouldn't bother me, but I think that it would matter of celebrity versus like a nobody.
Ah, okay. So she's switching up her story. I think you're coming around to my side, because this definitely would bother me. I don't care if it's a celebrity. I don't care if you have access to them. I think that it's about there's a way to show that you find something beautiful, that you find something artistic or yeah, fascinating or what have you. If you think they're hot, show them that you think they're hot in a respectful way. I would send fire emojis. That's nondescript. All that means is this is fire. You maybe not you, maybe you're not fire. It's up to it's up to debate. It's up
doing
to
it, but you're still
what?
doing. You're still doing the action. Like if someone has a picture in their thong and you're like fire versus oh I want to slap that ass, like still like you're
I
still.
want to slap that ass is a quote nasty work, girl. That is too far. If somebody is, oh, your shit will be on the curb if you put. I want to slap that ass.
I mean, listen, I can't speak for other people, but being Middle Eastern Persian, I get, hard with a nice little breeze. It's the summer. I get activated after hours. You just can't control me. Like, if you want to be in a relationship with me, you got to let some stuff go. Like, you can't, like, it can't be the hill you die on. But I understand people's frustration. But I'm saying if you're going to date me, this is from me personally. I just, sometimes I have like that reptilian brain kicks in. And then in the morning, I'm like, what did I say?
What did I do?
What did I do? And that's a good
you ruined it.
You can unsend a bunch of stuff. So that is good.
You ruined it, is what you did. I'm of the complete opposite camp. I think that you just need to be respectful to me in our relationship. I think that maybe we should have a discussion about what I feel is acceptable and what you feel is acceptable, and we can compromise. I don't expect someone to completely turn their attraction to other people off because that is so unrealistic and controlling. But I do think that there's a way to make both parties happy. And I think that it starts by communicating.
100%. Communication is key. And like, you can get away with a lot if you are clear. Or but the thing is like, if you don't have clear communication, a lot of times that person might get like another account and do what they want. Do you know what I mean?
Bitch, now, you know what? Instagram is wild too, because they will, if you are friends with somebody and you contact them a lot, they will send you who they are liking their pictures. They will let you know. And I'd be like, Instagram is your worst enemy. This telling on you to my ex. I was like, it is telling on you.
At the time it used to do that. It doesn't do that anymore. Because like someone sued them.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It happened. It was happening 2 months ago.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it'll tell you what other stuff they like. Yeah, sometimes it will. In the corner, it'll say like Cody liked this post, and I'll click it, and then it's like a different post. Not the post I'm on, but a different post. I'm like, why is it telling me to go to a so weird.
Or if you like the picture and we both follow them, it'll put your like first and your comment first. It's insidious.
I've seen that.
It will tell you. It's not your friend. Okay.
I was like, oh, Cody's following this nasty account. Okay. No,
yeah, I am. I'm following them all, actually. Which one?
Good. As you should. I mean, listen, I understand Instagram's a different creature. Like if this was Twitter, I'm like, okay, that just let it go. Like Twitter, it's like, but I think with Instagram, it's like everyone's gonna see those comments. And I'm sure this person's feeling like their friends are gonna see it and they're gonna be like, well, why is he comment? You know, it's like it's probably that too is factoring in.
All right. So I put the thirst trap in there. It's our job to descriptively describe these 14 gay porn stars of who took the best thirst trap for this week. At the end of the year, they compile them and we get a thirst trap king. Doug is already on it. He's like Jeff Carter. Thank you, Doug. Amir, who do you pick for this week?
Well, you know, we agreed. We've never agreed. So
it
was Daniel Justice.
Daniel Justice.
I mean,
girl, he's in a shower doing his big one. Go ahead, describe it for the kids.
Oh, I love this setting. It's like you have to the left, you have like a teal shower curtain. It's clean. There's no clutter, and it's kind of the dick is long and it's like nice and good and girthy and nice, but not like sloppy. And it's just nice. And it's kind of going to the left a little bit. We got some tattoos, a nice tan. I mean, it's good. Like it was a good. It's giving like sometimes it's like I get those like you want like a raunchy dick pic, but that was just a nice one. It was like a simple...
this one is a very tasteful nude. It's not necessarily artistic because it's a mirror selfie basically. So and he's
a mirror selfie.
A mirror a mirror selfie. It's a mirror selfie, and he's in front of a shower. He's dripping wet. He's got, like you said, he's got his long cock out, and he's got a necklace on, and he's so handsome, and he's a top two. So I don't know, maybe the three of us can share a bottom all together.
Ooh. Don't tempt me with a good time. You have activated me tonight.
Yeah. Good. That's what this show is all about. Activation, honey. All right. Well, that's our show for this evening. Thank you so much, Amir. You can follow Amir on Instagram at Amir Yes. And you can follow me in two different places. Mr. Maurice on Instagram and the same handle on Blue Sky. Amir, do you have Blue Sky? Did we talk about this last week?
Yes, I do, but I have one of those like lurker accounts so I can go look at all.
Oh, you did say this last week.
That's what I used to look at yours. I was like, oh, honey, that little, when you do a little like the top of the dick, you're not fully giving us the full enchilada.
Yes, I'm a classy young lady. Just that's all you get that's all you get in this day and age.
That's why I didn't ask. I never ask. I just
you can follow this show. Sorry. You can follow Steve, and on Instagram at I am Steve V. And you can follow the show at Tags Podcast on X. All right. Well, that's our show for this evening. Thank you, everybody, for coming to see us. Thank you, Amir, for guest hosting with me. I'm going to miss you next week because Steve is going to be back. And in the meantime, you're going to stay with me. Continue having hot, gay, sad. Yes, Kawi.